Hello my friends, Green Energy here, back for another episode of Dark Souls Remastered. Like I said previously, we are going to sprint back to the Undead Asylum and quickly get that ring that we needed. I decided to do it on camera so that you guys can believe that I went there. But we may come back for the Black Knights. Their moveset is exactly like the ones we've already fought. Just the enemy scaling at this point. It makes me believe that the game actually doesn't want you to do this area yet, but that ring is very important for certain things. So that's why I do this area this early. The ring allows us to have good balance when we have poor footing, which essentially means when we're walking in water. That goes up to, say, our knees. We can walk at a normal rate as opposed to moving slower. Oh jeez. It's me getting greedy again. Oh man. Guys are seeing some wasted time here. So my hope for this episode is to quickly get this ring, and then we're actually going to run to the Darkroot Basin, which is an area next to the Darkroot Garden that I mentioned, but we skipped by, because we didn't want to do it yet. I'm hoping to go down there to get a bonfire and then kill an enemy that's a big old pain in the rear, but he also has a ring that we really want. Whew, almost slipped off there. Getting greedy again. If I die again, I'm not going to be happy. Oh, I thought I could roll through that. There we go. We'll skip by him. That way we don't have to risk me being a fool. You guys seeing yet another death. So it looks like the floor actually repaves itself. Oh no. Can we rest? Please. Yes. Alright, let's go get that ring and then we'll get out of here. Take out our archer, and then we'll have these two. Again, we're gonna have the guy that's gonna rush us, and then the coward. Let's see if we can get him to be a man. See, if you hit him a couple times with your weapon in both hands, you can break that shield's block. Another longsword. And we should be able to open this now. Perfect. And then rusted iron ring. And we're gonna do some myth busting right here. If I jump, will it break the floor? Not if I don't hit the floor. Alright, we're gonna try to sprint by all these guys again. That way we're covering new ground in this episode. Curl up. Alright. Now we can head to the Darkroot Basin. And then after that, we get to go to everybody's favorite Blight Town. Oh. That's okay. Once we get to Blight Town, I will explain why it's everyone's favorite. It's not. Not a lot of people enjoy it. So we're going to cut through the Undead Church. We're going to do a couple back and forth trips. Because we want to get this ring before we go to Blight Town. But then to get to Blight Town, we're actually going to come back to Firelink. And take the back entrance. You just ignore those guys. We're going to go cut through Andre. Still chasing us. You can hear their footsteps upstairs. Not fast enough. Let's buff up our dexterity one more time. Alright, we're still gonna skip our friend right here. So what all of these Titanite demons drop are those Titanite shards and clumps, all of those upgradable materials that we can apply to our weapons to make them stronger. And the reason I haven't applied anything to these weapons is I want to find something better before we rank it up. She got more of our Bushmen. Take more of those clumps. But instead of going straight, right when we get to this pond, we're going to turn right. We're going to make sure that if that bushman follows us, we take him out before we go down the cliff. But I don't think he's coming. So we go down to our left. We're at the Darkroot Basin. Aesthetically, it looks exactly the same as the garden, but it's more of a cliffside as opposed to a forest. And this is our first crystal lizard, I believe. These guys drop special upgradable materials. So there's a Titanite chunk and then a Titanite, twinkling Titanite. And we use both of those to upgrade our weapons. There's some armor, as well as a bow and some arrows. Now we're not going to head over there yet, but that's where we're going to get our ring. We're going to go down here first because there's actually a bonfire down here that will provide a quicker path. But first we need to take out this Black Knight. I might try to get... Ooh. It's a bigger drop than I wanted. I might try to get this bonfire first. So that if he kills me, we don't have as long of a walk to go. We'll rest at it just to make sure it's activated. Where did he go? I think he went further up. Another shield? There he is. Backstab. Gotta be very careful, because you can roll off the cliff, but you can also get rolled off the cliff when he smacks you and you go flying. We're gonna try to take him out. Oh dear. Get that backstab. We'll get a heal right when he falls. Another backstab. Perfect. You can actually, if he fell off the cliff. Look at that. So ooh, we got his halberd and we got a blue titanite chunk. Let's see how that halberd looks. I need more strength for it. 32 strength, which we're still a little bit a ways from. How are we looking in terms of weapons now? Not very comfy with the halberd. I'm comfy with the claymore. We'll see how speed does against Havel first. So we're not going to go that way until later, but there is a Hydra and a bunch of these gemmed golems over there. We're going to go up this way. That master key that I suggested getting when we started this playthrough is how we're going to open this door. There's also the watchtower basement key, but if you didn't have that key. Now this is Havel. He's also kind of a turtle man. He hits like a truck. He has a ton of armor, and that's why his health is going to go down super slow. But he's also super slow himself. As long as you circle around and you avoid those hits, you can get backstabs on him for days, or at least get normal hits on him. It's easy to just try to bait those hits, circle around behind him. If I could get a backstab every time, that would be great. But when he hits you, see how much stamina that takes out? That's why I still got my shield up. Because if he hits me with that without my shield, I think it could one-shot me. One hit and I'm dead. The easiest method is just to do this over and over and over. Alright, let's get out the claymore and see if that'll speed things up. About twice as much. So I only have to do about half as many. Ooh. We're going to back away, make sure we get all our stamina bar all the way up, otherwise he can go right through that. I'm not circling around very good now. There we go. Come on, Havel. Do it again. There we go. Didn't get it that time. There we go. Now he's in a corner. That's why we're trying to keep him in the center of the room. Can't really move around him if he's up against the wall. Ooh. See, he does kind of a diagonal swing. And when he does that, it's a lot tougher to move around him because he hits you and then you're slowed down. When he does one that's completely vertical, or at least mostly vertical, it's easier to get around behind him. couple more of those backstabs ought to do it. Didn't get it that time. Even if his shield's on his back, that's not armor for him. Just like it's equivalent to if we have our shield on our back, it doesn't actually do anything. It's only when we have it out. So you can still get backstabs and hit him in the back and does the same amount of damage. There we go. That should do it. So we take care of Havel, and we get Havel's ring. We're going to equip that. It boosts our maximum equipment load. So if you look at our equipment load, on the right tab, third one down, equip load, 27.9 to 88.5 is what happens when we put this on. If we don't put it on, it's still at 59. So if we put that on, I'll put on our balance one too. We actually move a lot quicker. If I were to put on my long sword, I bet you I could get a quick roll. Perhaps not. I think my armor is still a little heavy. But it brings down your equipment load. So you're not carrying as much stuff. Which is why I think it's very important. But we wanted to get that rusted iron ring from the asylum because it also helps to go through the water over there. We're going to save that for later when we got better weapons. So now we're going to make our way all the way back to Firelink. The long hike. I should mention that room that we just fought Havel in. If you were to go up the stairs there, you'll come to, you can basically only get to a door up there. But that door leads back to where we fought our second boss, the Taurus demon. Weapons at risk to break. Let's see if he follows us. If he does, we'll just use our other longsword. Because remember, our weapons get repaired by resting at a bonfire. But if our weapons break, we can't fix those unless we take it to Andre. And that costs souls. Just resting at the bonfire, that's free. We'll take free. Free is good for everything in life. We'll rest there in case we get caught up with somebody in the undead church. Just checking my soul items. We have 3. When we get to Firelink, we may pop those soul items. See if we can get to another level. Those guys can follow us all they want, because they can't get into this elevator. Even if they can use the other lift, we're going to be down at the bonfire resting in it before they get here. But I don't even think they can do that. You know what? I don't remember if there's something in that hole, and I almost died. I almost bit it. I don't remember if there's something in here. Apparently not. So yeah. Back to Firelink. pop those items. Let's put them all in this wheel so it's quicker. Yeah, we might be close. No, we're shy from it. I think it's in the 9,000 range. Yep. That is okay. I'm going to wrap up this episode here just because it is a longer walk to Blighttown, and I don't want this episode to be super long. We are a few minutes short, but at least it's not a 15-minute episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Let me know what you enjoyed about it in the comments, and if you want to see more, subscribe. This is Green Energy signing off. Spread positive vibes and be nice people.